5-3 victory for Dixie State as they go on to Sunday unscathed. Post-game news conference, we're joined here by junior outfielder Courtney Sherwin, who we've assured we will not tell her batting average, head coach Randy Simkins, and junior pitcher Michelle Duncan. I'm going to start with Dunk. Obviously, yesterday you came in a situation where some runs were already on the board, you came in a sticky situation, and you closed the door. Today in a starting role, kind of a similar thing. You give up a couple of runs early. Talk about the turning point where you've kind of figured out where they're, I don't want to say weakness, but where to get them out rather than then get some hits.
Even though they came on us early, I just knew I had to shut the door down and get outs, throw strikes, and honestly I needed to get ahead, and that's what I did later on in the game. I got ahead, got the first batter out, and everything else went smoothly from there.
Coach, we mentioned yesterday in the press conference that this is a game that some of your upperclassmen wanted to get back from the regionals 2 years ago. The first 4 innings look like kind of similar to what may have happened in that last game. What did you think was the turning point, and then your overall impressions of this game?
Yeah, we talked before. It didn't matter who we play. You want to get the leadoff hitter out. You want to be able to change the complexion of their inning. San Diego's such a good team with runners on base that if you can try to take that away from them a little bit by getting leadoff hitters out, it takes away a few of their options. The hit and run, stolen base, slaps, put pressure on people. It's a lot harder to do that if you don't have anybody on base. So we did a better job later in the game of getting leadoff hitters out and getting ahead in the count. So that was huge. And then the bottom part of our lineup, the last two, I think 4th and 5th inning, whatever, we had first and second nobody out. The first inning we weren't able to push anybody across, and then the second inning, we did a much better job. You get the first two people on. Freeland lays down a perfect sneak bunt, and then your bases loaded, nobody out. But 7, 8, 9, give credit to them of getting on, and then you got to the top of the lineup, and it really puts pressure on them.
Courtney, you obviously had the home run that put you guys up by 2, but I want to talk about the at-bat previous to that. Bases loaded, a chance to tie the game with one big swing and maybe take the lead. Talk your approach of your line drive, and then obviously talk about the home run in the 7th.
So my first at bat, when bases were loaded, I had one job, and it was to move the runners across home plate. And so my job was to hit it right side, get it in the air, get it in the outfield, whatever it took, it didn't matter. I hit it hard, and I can't really ask for anything more. And so I was just making sure I got to put a good swing on it and somehow score. It doesn't matter. And then my last at bat, what can I say? It's for basically Dunk. Dunk threw her heart out there. We have to score for her. She's giving her every effort, every ounce that she has, and so we should be absolutely doing the same. So it just felt good.
Other questions?
It seemed like early on that I don't know if it was a lack of focus or that you guys were just coming out a little bit flat, but obviously they had the energy early. Did you address that, or what do you think the issue there was?
No, it's just they're pretty good. You give them credit. We get 0-2 or 1-2 on the first hitter, and we throw hard in, and she gets one up the middle. So you give credit to them. And then they start to move people, and then they string a couple of hits there. We had a chance to get an out. We weren't able to get an out. They put a couple of runs on the board, but give them credit. They hit some pretty good pitches. I told my coaches downstairs, she threw well enough to win the game 5-1. They had a couple of high chop infield hits. You do exactly what you want to do, have them throw a ground ball, and they get a hit out of it. So give them credit. They put a pretty good swing on some pretty good pitches.
For Michelle, was that a pretty tight strike zone? I mean, it seemed like she, from the monitor, we couldn't tell what she was going to call ball, what she was going to call strike.
Yeah, I wasn't sure either. I would just ask catcher Marla, and I was just like, is it down, is it in? And she would just say, oh, it's a little in. I'm like, okay. So I just got to go back and throw a strike.
Did that affect your thinking at all, or did?
Question for you, Doug. Talk about that play where you kind of got hit with the ball there early on, and what exactly happened there. And then for you, Courtney, just talk about being able to build that momentum in the 5th inning and take over the game from that point.
I don't know why, but I was so focused and I don't know, getting the sign and the pitch call, and I didn't hear it. And so I just saw the ball coming, and I was like, oh, and then I just ducked down. Just don't know.
A little miscommunication. We have different plays that we run defensively in a first and third situation, and just miscommunication of where it was supposed to go and who was supposed to catch it. You know, that's what when I went out and talked to her, I said, "Hey, if you don't hear it or you don't see it or whatever, call time. We got all kinds of time to do that." So. We just get a little caught up in the moment, and try to go through things a little bit too fast. And again, just exactly what you want as a pitcher. Focus on the pitch you're trying to throw, and then the rest of it takes care of itself. Well, you got another job after that, so it doesn't happen very often.
Like I said, the momentum when I hit the home run in the last inning. Duncan and I have been roommates for 3 years, and if I didn't come up clutch, she want to talk to me for 3 days. So it's just I'm just kidding, no. But she, like I said, she threw her heart out, and so nobody was on base. My job was to find a way on base, just any way I could. So just let me know.
For anybody that took a picture of the last play, I think the smile on your face, Dunk, told everything. Can you put it into words what you were feeling once you felt that ball in the mitt?
There's no words to describe that. Jogged over there and tossed it to Sheila.
Well, you guys are in a spot where it's familiar, especially for you two, up with 2 wins into Sunday with a chance to close it out. What did you learn from 2 years ago that you can put into play right now in your preparation for tomorrow?
Same thing we learned today, get leadoff hitters out, and try to, put people on base, put pressure on other people, and then, early in the game, we kind of gave away some outs, chasing some pitches that were probably out of the zone, and we'll do a better job tomorrow of getting ourselves into a hitter's count, and then chase pitches in the zone, make them have to throw pitches in the zone, and I think that's every coach in the country, hey, if you swing at good pitches, you got a chance. Chase pitches out of the zone, advantage pitcher.
Any other questions?
Just one for you, Coach. In preparation for the next game, do you watch this game coming up, or are you going to take that?
Of course.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I call most of the pitchers with Duncan and Marla. I'll give them some hitters, because they've got such a good relationship and they've thrown so many pitches to each other. But yeah, we watch, and we haven't been able to see, San Diego Central or Humboldt in 2 years. We haven't played them well. We played them all 2 years ago. But yeah, anything you can pick up, on hitters' tendencies, you definitely want to do it.